I'm going to read you a short extract from her book, He Is Not Worthy. This is Ben, who is obsessed with the main female character in the book, Ree. He's been trying to get to talk to her, but he's very nervous. He's not very good with women. So he knows she's going to a speed dating event, so he goes to meet her. And this is what happens. He's sat himself, so he's a little way back from her, hoping that he can get closer to her. And he's just got one more person, and this is what happens. He moved on again. Only one more person, then he'd be talking to Ree. He felt a sudden quiver of nervous excitement in his chest. As he watched her during the evening, she had chatted to other dates, but he hadn't seen any real interest in her responses. When he sat down in front of her, she'd smile at him. He knew it. The blonde in front of him was asking him something. "Do you like kittens?" "Not particularly." "Well, I just love them. Their cute little noses and their ears." And she shut her eyes. "And when they purr." She stopped to take a quick breath, and with her eyes still shut and her shoulders scrunched up around her ears, she began to purr. He glared at her in horror. She was oblivious to his derisive stare and continued to ramble on about the joys of kittens without taking any breaths whatsoever. Ben was losing his patience. He had thought this would be a good idea, a way to meet Ree. He hadn't considered how long it would take to reach her. Thank Christ, only a few more moments of this capped lady bimbo with her dyed blonde hair and weird eyebrows that are about to join her hairline. Only a few more moments and I'll be sitting in front of Ree. As if answering his thoughts, the bell rang, and as he stood, a gang of young lads rushed into the bar, bumping into everyone and everything. They made such a racket that everybody turned to see what the rumpus was about. He also glanced at them, but when he turned back to take his seat in front of Ree, his prize had gone. Panicking, he looked around the room in desperation. Neither she nor her friends were anywhere to be seen. Completely deflated and with a growing emptiness that was turning into anger, he forced his way through the heaving crowd to the door, bumping and knocking into people. Teresa yelled after him to leave his scorecard, but that was the last thing he was worried about. Running outside, he looked anxiously up and down the street, but they had disappeared. At least outside in the car park he could breathe, but he felt crushed. Yet again he had failed. He had been so near, and now it all seemed such a waste. He reached into his pocket and breathed in Ree's scent from her scarf. With a heavy heart, he got into his car and drove home, feeling the complete failure that his mother had always told him he was.